Excuse number 5. The ref stopped the fight prematurely. The ref should have allowed the fight to come to a natural conclusion. I am a big fan of fights coming to a natural conclusion so that we don't have these conversations. Okay? But the facts are facts. For the way Kell Brook reacted when he got hit with that shot that knocked him all the way across the ring, and the way he reacted in the follow-up of that, I feel like the ref did him a favor in allowing the fight to go on at that point. Okay? Especially when he wasn't defending himself while Bud was just teeing off on him until the ref came in there. A lot of fights have been stopped at that point. Ref allowed the fight to continue. Ropes held Kell up again. Bud was teeing off on him. Kell was not defending himself. No, not 100% of the shots Bud threw were landing, but there was damage being done, and it could have potentially gotten to a point that irreparable damage would have been done. I don't want to see any fighter, let alone a great, valiant, courageous fighter, who has a name for himself on the big stage, go out like that. Kell Brook deserves more from his fans, and from those who are crying about the ref prematurely stopped the fight. He deserves more from y'all than y'all think he deserves from the ref. Y'all feel like the ref owed it to Kell to let Kell end up like Gerald McClellan. And I feel like the ref owed it to Kell to stop that fight when he felt like Kell could no longer defend himself. And I feel like he owed it to the sport of boxing to stop that fight when he felt like Kell was no longer properly defending himself. At the end of the day, I will never be more upset about a premature stoppage than I am about a stoppage that came too late. And I feel like this stoppage was right on time. If anything, if you had to pick one or the other, it came too late rather than too early. But that said, from all I keep hearing, Kell Brook asked his corner where was he at, what was going on, or something along that nature. That makes me feel like the man possibly could have been concussed. And if that was the case, then the fight certainly should have been stopped at that time. There's a whole nother bevy of excuses that are out there. But right now, I'm going to end it on this one. I've given you 5 excuses, shot down the 5 as far as I'm concerned, gave my opinion on why all 5 aren't valid. And as more arise, I may revisit and rebuttal some of those as well. And at the end of the day, I'll say it one more time. Give the man his credit. Y'all, the very ones of you who are not giving Bud his credit were the ones demanding this fight. Some of you were the same ones who said Bud was going to get stopped by this man. Now that he didn't get stopped and that he dominated the guy, I mean, he didn't dominate him. Let me take that back. That he destroyed him with one shot and then the shots that followed. After Kell done great work earlier in the fight, which shows that he was not a shot fighter. But after all of that played out, you go right back to the drawing board. Now you want to go push Shawn Porter out there in front of Bud Crawford. Now you want to push Keith Thurman out there. When in reality, it doesn't matter who y'all put out there. If he dispatches of them, you're going to come back to the table with more excuses about why it doesn't matter, why he don't get credit. If he goes out there and beats Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao already beat Keith Thurman. If he goes out there and beats Manny Pacquiao's 100 years old. If he beats Errol Spence Jr., some of you are going to say that he would have never beat Errol Spence Jr. had Errol Spence Jr. not had the car wreck first. If he beats Danny Garcia, if Errol Spence Jr. beats him first, they're going to say that's Errol Spence Jr. leftover, and Danny Garcia ain't the same fighter that he was before Errol Spence got to him. If he beats Shawn Porter, you're going to talk about all the people who already beat Shawn Porter. If he beats you, Dennis Ugas, it's going to be the guy already had 4 losses going into the fight. It doesn't matter. Some of y'all are trying to push Boots Ennis out there. We already know what the excuse is going to be if he fights Boots and beats him. The guy was a prospect and hadn't had any step-up fights. So at the end of the day, for those of you who are listening to this video and feel like the man doesn't deserve credit, type in the comment section or go drop a video saying who you will give him credit to fight and why you won't take credit away from him no matter what the outcome is should he beat him. D-Lo 404 Boxing. I'm out.